Hello everyone and welcome to another MASH session, and I'm delighted today to be joined by Joanne Barratt, Managing Director of the Venue Collection. How are you doing, Joanne?
Very well, thanks. Very well. And you?
Oh, really well, really well. Now, I know we're going to chat about meeting rooms being the new office, but before we do that, I thought you may just give us a quick overview about the Venue Collection, which venues are involved and what's it all about.
Sure. So we have 10 venues in the Venue Collection, and we cover from Nottingham all the way down to Swindon. Couldn't think of where I was then. And so basically we are conference centres, we're residential, we have contracts with some key clients, but we're also open to the public as well for meetings, weddings, events and social occasions. So we're our main DNA is training, but we are obviously to have hotel facilities as well.
Now, there's been a lot of kind of anecdotal chatter and maybe a few studies thrown in as well that, you know, we're kind of entering a new era in how we work. And there are some even psychologists that have predicted that more people are going to want to work at home going forward, meaning the way we interact with people, how we work, how we interact is all going to be rather different. So I believe that you guys have set up some manner of new contract or something where you aim to really kind of make it easier for companies, I guess, to have training and meeting sessions that are booked on a slightly different basis. Is that right? Can you explain that concept to me?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I suppose we're all going through the same now in terms of remote working. It's becoming the new norm. And as my business and every other business, we're looking at all cost lines. So we've been looking at, with all our meeting spaces, that actually the concept of people renting offices from us, because office rental is an expensive on the profit and loss. And actually, if that's a cost that they can save by people meeting up once a week, once a month, then we can actually offer that and then save people money in terms of an annual cost in terms of their rent of their offices.
So, I mean, why do you think companies would do that? Is it just for the money saving experience, or what is it? What about the actual, the benefits of getting people together for more productive meetings?
Yeah, I mean, most companies have an annual conference or 6-monthly conference. And I think, in these times that we're going through right now, yes, with the company in terms of saving money, that's one opportunity. But regardless of that, and when they save the money, people still need to have tactile meetings. They need to be together. It's great that what we're doing today on Zoom, there's lots of other places that do that, but actually having face-to-face contact with people is important for any business. I mean, I have weekly meetings with my team, but actually to be in a room and to brainstorm ideas, it's better to be in that environment. So this is an idea of whether people want to do it once a week, once a month, every 3 months, whatever suits people. So it is helping people save money, but also it's creating that space that they can do whatever they want to do it and use it for as many times they want to use it.
So it's really all about the flexibility, really, isn't it?
Absolutely it is, because this doing Zoom for who knows, and I think people need to, and is that flexibility, because some companies, their offices, absolutely, but some smaller businesses can't afford to do that, and I think they'd rather look at that and saving team members if they can, and then look at other costs.
Absolutely. I mean, is anyone else kind of doing this? I mean, when you talk about it, I'm thinking the likes of Regis and the service kind of office model. What's the sort of take up generally?
Yeah, they do. I mean, Regis, I know them, and I know them constantly. There's lots of service office models out there. So, but I suppose with the service office model, then you are contracting for 3 months, a week, a year, depending on what they do and what their contracts are. Whereas I'm offering an hourly. We can do it half day. We can do it every Friday, the last Friday of every day month. Because, say, for example, in one of my meeting facilities, we've got 70 meeting rooms. So I can still do my normal business. And this is not taken away from what we do as a company or what our main DNA is. But actually, I have space. So if you wanted to rent it for an hour every Friday, you could do that. So we're not restricted. If you don't want to do it for 6 months, that's fine by us. If we have the availability, then we've got the space and you can take that. That's not a problem.
So this really is, a trend that doesn't show really any signs of going away anytime soon, especially when, we're in a post-COVID-19 world. What that looks like now, I can't wait. But, so how are you actually physically adapting to this trend?
I suppose, physically, the building is the building. We have the meeting space. And I suppose when I look at it in terms of it's a project for one of my general managers, is, we have got the facility of a venue. But in offices, they want to be self-contained. So, we're looking at fridges in the rooms. We can have the tea and coffee making facilities. So they're not having to break out in the traditional hotel tea and coffee lounge areas. They can actually have it as an office. And if they want to bring their lunches in, they can pop it in the fridge. So I think there's nothing that we need to do in the building or the actual meeting room. It's actually what's actually in there that we can adapt to what the client wants.
So does this kind of mean that you yourselves are going to effectively be changing your own business model? Is that what this really kind of is going to come down to, do you think?
No, who knows what the new future is going to be, as we said, with this COVID-19. But our DNA and our business is all based around training. So this is just another arm in terms of what we do. And we're just adapting to the circumstances that we're dealing with. And we know there's demand, say, for example, in Milton Keynes, we know there's a demand in that area. So actually, then why can we not, offer that business to people who need it right now?
So do you think that, we're going to see more conferences and meetings shift down this route? Have you heard any feedback from your clients or prospective clients that this is something that might interest them?
We have spoken to some clients, and we know we've done some work on it. And regards to our competition in terms of will they do that? It depends on what space they have. I know I've got meeting space in abundance in my venues. I know I've got great locations and links to the road. And it won't suit all of my venues. It'll suit certain types. And I think each company, potentially may look at that depending on where they are. So for me, I'll consider it into at least 2 or 3 venues right now.
Great. Okay, Joanne, well, I think I've run out of questions, but it sounds quite interesting, though, and I think that I agree with you. This idea of the shared working space and buy hours and keeping things flexible is going to be much more common than I think a lot of us perhaps realised at the start of the year. Anyway, Joanne, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for your time.
We look forward to seeing you again. And folks, we'll make sure we pop a link to the Venue Collections website in the description of this video.